Hello YouTube! Today's episode I want to show you the new replacement of the Sword of Night and Flame, which was the most overpowered weapon in the game, as I'm sure you've all heard by now. However, a recent patch a couple of days ago, they've nerfed a lot of the weapons and buffed some other stuff. So, Sword of Night and Flame got nerfed, I think the Moonveiled Katana got a nerf. There was various other bug fixes and patches to glitches and stuff, and one of the bug fixes was the arcane weapon scaling. Now before this patch, the arcane weapons weren't working as they should have, they weren't scaling properly, weren't doing the damage they wanted. They put in the patch notes that they fixed it, so I respec my character. I was a Sword of Night and Flame guy, I'll admit. I've now respec my character into Arcane, as we can see on my status screen. Arcane's at 48 now, I'm level 138. It's not the best stats, but I don't know, but I put a few points into Arcane, and I found the most broken weapon this patch, I think it's safe to say, which is, I'll show you here, Mogwyn's Sacred Spear. Now you can get this from killing Mogwyn, the Lord of Blood, down here at the Volcano Manor. And you'd go to the Table of the Round with his remembrance, and you can trade it in for this spear. Now this spear I like using with a little shield, because you can shield and poke, which is fine. However, its ability, as you can see here, it's called Blood Boon Ritual. This ability is nuts. It's a massive AoE that just, you can do it 3 times, like you stick your spear 3 times in the air to cause basically a load of bleed damage. And it will absolutely shred enemies. As we can see here, we can just go 1, 2, and 3 is the magic number. And they're dead. It works on this guy up here. We're going to give him a quick 3 blasts. 1, 2. It also interrupts attacks, as you saw there. Oh, never mind, I got interrupted. But yeah, that's how nutty it is. And then you can use your normal shield. Let's dodge away from this guy. Use normal shield and poke. As you can see, I didn't take any damage there, you just poke. And you'll notice it glows red after you've done this attack. I've not got any mana left, that's awkward. But you can see it'll glow red after I've done this attack. It interrupts most attacks as well. And that red actually gives it a damage buff, I think. So you can, yep, stabby stab. It is just a really good weapon. And this is the weapon I ended up killing Melania with, because it's insane. So I would recommend using that first with a shield. And you can also try using the, I can't remember what it's called, some spear, I've got it down here, I'll show you now. There's another weapon that's decent. It's a decent pair, I don't use this as my primary. Eleanor's pole blade. So what I sometimes do is have these on the same slot. So we'll find the spear. And then you can two-hand this spear, which is also an arcane weapon. As you can see, it scales with arcane and dexterity. It's got an arcane requirement. Now this is really good. Its ability, it's got a good charged attack, which causes a lot of bleed damage. It's got some spin it normal attacks, and its L2 ability is that, and then if you tap L2 at the end of it, you do a little back dodge. Now that also causes bleed damage. So the really good combo is to find a group of enemies, hit your spear off, either 1, 2, or if you've got the time, 3. And if that hasn't finished them off, or if it's a boss, switch out to your pole blade and just shred into them. The damage that is possible using this build is ridiculous. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. It is the most fun build ever. Like I say, it's what I ended up killing Melania with. Just before, which is why I made this video. I ended up going in and absolutely shredding Melania into a million tiny pieces, and that's how I realised that this weapon is so damn good. It is definitely worth it. I would recommend anyone that's at this point in the game that you can get the spear and that pole blade to use it. Oh, that pole, very quickly, to get that pole blade, if that's what you want to do, there is a... for the pole blade, sorry, I just had a bit of a moment, I couldn't remember where I got it from. But the pole blade, you go to the Second Church of Marika here, in the, zoom in the Altus Plateau. What's this Church of Marika? You will get invaded by Eleanor. You kill Eleanor, you get a pole blade, and then to get the spear, like I say, you need to use the remembrance you get from Mogwyn, Lord of Blood. Pair these 2 weapons together, have a little shield on for when you're using the spear if you want, if you've got the endurance to have all 3. I promise you, it is absolutely insanely fun. you won't be disappointed. So that is all for today. I appreciate every single one of you watching. If this video was useful, give it a like, it helps massively. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below, keep up to date. I'm going to try and do a lot more videos on this game and other various random games as well. But that is it for now. So thanks, and I will see you in the next one.